time up on Cypress Avenue.
It's probably easier to tell you what we're about first of all. Basically we're a band who have set out to pay tribute to both Van Morrison as a person and the music he has created over many years. It's music which has touched a couple of generations worldwide, and it'll no doubt continue to do so for generations to come. All crafted by someone who comes from here, right at home. A Belfast boy, proud of his roots, and whose roots should be proud of him for what he's achieved. As for the name, well, a lot of Van's music is built around the traditional standards, if you can call them that, of R&B and soul. But much more of his work is comprised of mystical journeys, which have more than their fair share of influence from a Celtic tradition. He mixed that with jazz, blues, and sometimes even plain narrative thoughts interwoven over melodic chord structures. So the two main cores of soul and Celtic traditions gave rise to the term somewhere along the line of Celtic soul to describe his music. We can't claim to be the originator of the term, but it's a great description of his work. It's an even better band name, so we're not complaining.
So material-wise, what can people expect from Celtic Soul?
Van Morrison has written, what, maybe 340 or 350 songs. When we started out looking at this project, we looked at about 200 tracks. We narrowed that down to about 100, which has now become 40 or 50 pieces, which we think gives a good mix of what he's about. It doesn't matter what you play, someone will always ask for something else, their favourite track, or a song that holds a special memory or whatever. But we think we've got a good balance between his more popular catalogue and some of the iconic classics, without going down the straightforward greatest hits road.
And you go the extra mile when it comes to playing the part of Van on stage?
If you mean to wear the hat and glasses, well, sometimes, yeah. I'm not overly comfortable with that because, as I said earlier, this is more of a band tribute than a tribute band. But some venues, some audiences, they like to have the whole visual thing going. So it's on with the fedora and the dark glasses. In fairness to Van, how he manages to do a full concert in a shirt, jacket, hat, glasses is beyond me. It gets very, very hot up there. But I suppose in many respects, the look that he has is part of the trademark he has built up. I sometimes wish he'd been best known for jeans and a t-shirt.
He's well known for his temperament on stage. Is that part of the stage persona as well?
Well, you only have to ask some of the members of Celtic Soul how that's developing, and I have no doubt they'll tell you it's coming on quite nicely. I think, to be honest, Van is a total perfectionist when it comes to his playing. If something's not right, he doesn't like it. And you can't blame him for that. I think he's very misunderstood by the general public who see this quest for musical excellence as being bad-tempered. It's not, it's just his way, I reckon, of getting the best out of his team being the band. I don't think that should be a criticism of him. I think it's a big positive. The fact that he wants the performance to be brilliant, not just good. Mind you, you'd have a field day if you ever got to play with us.
What's this level zero we keep hearing you refer to?
I watched a great interview a few years ago done by Candy Dulfer, where she asked Van about the bands and the musicians that he plays with, and he came off with a great phrase whereby just knowing the chords and the song was below zero. The trick was to get above level zero. So we use that as our benchmark at rehearsals and at gigs. It's a bit of an in-band joke whereby comments are passed on stage about solos or phrases played and where you ranked against zero. It can be good crack, but it can also be a serious look at how we deliver, about how we play. And I think that if we can strive as a band to produce above zero performances, then that's what it's about.
It's a marvelous stack for a minute, with the stars up above in your eyes. A fantabulous atomic romance, They're the cover of October skies, all the leaves on the trees.
So Van Morrison has obviously had an influence on you and your music over the years.
Yeah, he's had a huge influence on me, in fact on all the band members. I grew up listening to Van Morrison, he grew up listening to Muddy Waters, Ray Charles, Huddy Ledbetter, Jelly Roll Morton. His influences shaped his music has shaped some of our individual musical journeys. And now it's just great to be able to play these timeless classics with a group of like-minded people in a band that loves to play good music. And they are timeless. If you look at Van's career, he started out in the early 60s and he's still going, he's still touring, still selling out gigs and playing. You know, will the likes of Lady Gaga or any of the new musical superstars still be playing in 40 years' time? Maybe it's wrong to draw comparisons, but you know, I think Van has been all about the music and not the industry from the day he first picked up a guitar, despite what he says.
Can I still take one moment dance with you, my love?
If you had to sum Van Morrison up musically in one word, what would it be?
Probably genius, pure and simple, a genius. A great writer, a great arranger, a great deliverer of music. Someone told me a long time ago that the definition of a true professional was someone who was answerable to no one but themselves. So maybe I could use two words, a professional genius, and he knew how to write a song or two.